Hey there, imagine this. You're making dinner, the house is a whirlwind, and your little one, maybe 4 or 5, is giggling at the tablet, swiping through TikTok. Those silly dances and goofy voices keep them busy, and honestly, it's a lifesaver when you need 5 minutes to breathe. But then you peek over, and they're mimicking some wild trend or parroting words you've never heard them say before. It's cute, right? Until you start wondering, wait a second, what's really going on here? Are those 15-second clips doing more than just entertaining them? I've been there too, and it's got me thinking, are we accidentally letting TikTok raise our kids? Hi, I'm so glad you're joining me today. If you've got young kids running around, toddlers, preschoolers, maybe early elementary, this one's for you. We're diving into something that's become a big part of our lives, social media, especially TikTok, and how it's sneaking into our parenting without us even noticing. It's not about guilt-tripping ourselves, trust me, I'm not perfect either, but about taking a closer look at what happens when we leave it unchecked. Because here's the thing, those endless scrolls might be shaping our kids more than we realize, and not always in ways we hope. So, let's unpack this together. We're going to talk about the sneaky risks popping up, share some stories, and figure out how to stay in the driver's seat as parents. Ready? Let's get started. First up, let's think about what our kids are actually seeing. TikTok's a wild place, funny cat videos 1 second, then some random influencer doing a challenge the next. My friend Jenna told me about her 5-year-old, Sophie, who started doing this weird dance she'd never taught her. Turns out, it was straight from TikTok, a little harmless, sure, but then Sophie started begging for makeup to look like the girls she saw. She's 5. Jenna didn't even know she'd stumbled onto beauty content, because that algorithm just keeps serving up whatever grabs attention. It's not like we're handing them a curated playlist, it's a free-for-all, and young kids don't have the filter to sort out what's okay from what's not. Ever caught your little one copying something odd? That's the first clue, those videos might be teaching them stuff we didn't sign up for. Then there's the time factor. I'll admit, I've handed my son, he's 3, the iPad when I needed to finish laundry or just sit for a minute. Next thing I know, an hour's gone by, and he's still glued to it, swiping like a pro. It's so easy to let it stretch, especially when they're quiet and happy. But here's what got me. A teacher friend mentioned how kids who spend tons of time on apps like TikTok start struggling to focus on slower stuff, like books or even a 5-minute craft. Their brains get hooked on that quick dopamine hit, and suddenly, anything that takes effort feels boring. I started noticing it with my son too. He'd fuss if I tried to switch to a puzzle instead. It's not just about screen time, it's how TikTok's fast pace might be rewiring their attention, and that's a risk we can't ignore. So, as we're chatting about this, I hope you're starting to see how those little screens can pack a big punch. We've touched on what they're watching and how it's grabbing their focus, but there's more to this story. What happens when they start chasing likes or feeling like they don't measure up? That's where it gets real, so let's roll into that next part and dig a bit deeper. So, we've been talking about how TikTok slips into our kids' lives, showing them stuff we might not love and training their brains to crave that lightning-fast entertainment. But now, let's take it a step further. Have you ever thought about how all those likes, comments, and shiny influencers might make your little one feel? Even at 4 or 5, they're picking up on more than we think, and it's wild how early that pressure can creep in. Take my neighbor's daughter, Lily, she's 6. She got hooked on watching these kid influencers unboxing toys and doing dance-offs. One day, she told her mom, "I want to be famous like them." Her mom laughed it off at first, but then Lily started posing in front of the mirror, asking, "Am I pretty enough?" It hit her mom like a ton of bricks. Lily wasn't just playing, she was starting to judge herself against these polished online stars. TikTok's full of that, perfect outfits, perfect moves, and for a young kid, it's easy to think, I need to be like that too. Maybe you've seen your child get picky about their clothes or shy away from something because it's not cool enough. That's a sign, social media might be planting seeds of insecurity way too soon. And here's where we can step in with something simple. I started doing this with my daughter after I noticed her mimicking TikTok poses. She's 5, by the way. Instead of letting it run wild, I'd watch with her for a few minutes and chat about it. Like, wow, that dance looks fun, want to make up our own? We'd grab some scarves and twirl around the living room, no camera needed. It's not about banning it, that's a fight I'd lose, but redirecting it. You could try this too. Next time they're glued to a video, jump in and turn it into a real-life game. It pulls them back to what's in front of them, not some stranger's highlight reel. Plus, it's a blast. Another biggie is how TikTok can mess with their sense of patience. I saw this firsthand with my son. After a week of letting him binge those short clips, think slime tutorials and baby shark remixes, he threw a fit when I tried reading him a bedtime story. "It's too slow," he whined. I was floored. But it makes sense. Those videos flip every 10 seconds, and a story takes, 10 minutes? It's training them to expect instant everything. So, I started cutting his TikTok time back, maybe 15 minutes max, and swapped in some slower stuff, like building blocks or just talking about his day. At first, he squirmed, but now he's into it. If your kid's getting antsy with anything that's not fast-paced, try easing off the app and mixing in some chill activities. It's like hitting reset on their patience button. As we're piecing this all together, I can't help but think about the bigger picture here. We've talked about those sneaky insecurities and the need for instant gratification, but there's one more layer. How do we keep them safe in this digital jungle? That's where we're headed next, so stick with me as we figure out how to guide them without losing our minds. Alright, so we've been chatting about how TikTok can slip into our parenting gig, showing our kids weird standards, messing with their attention, even making them feel less than way too young. But here's the last piece I want us to explore together. How do we keep them safe when we can't watch every second? Because, let's be real, we're not glued to their screens 24/7, and that's where things can get dicey. One thing I've noticed is how easy it is for kids to stumble into stuff they're not ready for. My cousin's son, Ethan, he's 4, loves animal videos, but one day he clicked from a dancing dog to some random guy yelling about a prank gone wrong. My cousin didn't even realize until Ethan started repeating words that made her jaw drop. TikTok's algorithm doesn't care about age, it just keeps feeding whatever's next. Maybe you've seen your kid land on something odd too, like a loud argument or a creepy filter. That's a wake-up call. Without some guardrails, they're exposed to way more than we'd ever let through the front door. I started using the parental controls. There's a family pairing option where you can limit time and block weird content. It's not foolproof, but it's a start. Have you tried tweaking those settings yet? It's worth a peek. Then there's the flip side, teaching them to think about what they see. This one's been a game changer for me. My daughter was obsessed with these life hack videos, like putting glitter on everything, and I caught her about to dump a bottle of it on the couch. Instead of just saying no, I asked, "Do you think that'd really work at our house?" She paused, then giggled and said, "Maybe not." It's small, but it's planting that seed. Don't just copy, think it through. With your little one, try asking simple questions like, "Would that be fun for us?" or "What do you think about that?" It's like giving them a mini shield against the nonsense. So, as we wrap this up, I hope you're feeling a bit more in control of this whole TikTok thing. It's not about tossing the tablet out the window, those little breaks are still gold, but about steering it so we're still the ones raising our kids, not some app. We can peek at what they're watching, nudge them toward real fun, and set some limits to keep their brains and hearts in a good place. It's all those tiny moves, chatting over a video, cutting the scroll time, asking what they think, that add up to something big. I'd love to hear from you. What's one TikTok habit your kids picked up that surprised you? Drop it in the comments. It's so cool to swap stories. And if this hit home for you, give it a like. It helps me keep bringing you stuff like this. Oh, and hit subscribe if you want more tips for navigating this parenting adventure. We're doing this together, and every step we take keeps our little ones growing strong, not just scrolling along. Here's to being the parents they need. See you next time.